Blast me too, Siphos! It's time for the Mad Merlin's Warhammer 40,000 Imperium Journey, Issue 39, Part 2. Gallery, Law, Rules, and Mission. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Mad Merlin's Imperium Journey. So we are continuing Issue 39 today, and before we get into the rules and our mission, here we have my fully painted, up to magazine standard Catapron Destroyer number 2, and I think he looks quite nice. Can't wait for us to add a few extra colours to this guy in future issues. Already he does look pretty suitable. I mean, I'd happily leave him there as a worthy candidate for a battle-ready army. I definitely want to see how we're going to take things a little bit further in future issues. So let's also see how he does in battle today. So here we have issue 39, and we've only got a few pages of rules to look through, and then we can move on to our next mission. So our rules is the continuation of our assault phase. So we have the rules about selecting your targets, making sure you are checking you're within engagement range of enemies, and also what other models constitute as a valid target for your attacks. Has your select weapon rule, plus the rule for the close combat weapon, which is everything that which is used by everything that does not have a dedicated combat weapon. And then finally we got the Consolidate Rule. So after a unit has been wiped out, you basically get the chance to move 3 inches in any direction you wish. But if you are still within engagement range, you must end your move closest to the closest enemy. So Consolidate's changed a lot since I remember it. Consolidate used to only be at the end of battle. I think now you can consolidate even if you still are in the fight and there's enemies. You can consolidate closer towards them, etc. And then we have the start, and I think the start and finish of the morale phase. So this covers morale tests, combat attritions, and checking for unit coherency. Okay then, we're on to our next mission. So this is Stem the Tide, and it sees the Adeptus Mechanicus attempt to deny the Necrons a footholding by putting up portal disruptors. So let's have a go at this mission. Okay, we are all set up. So this mission is a endgame mission where basically the only chance we can win is by meeting the mission's prime objective, and the prime objective for this mission is for the Mechanicum to control the 2 objectives within 5 turns. If they can't, then the Necrons will be victorious, but if they do, then we can hopefully disrupt the Necron plans. So here we go. Stem the tide. Despite the best efforts of Siphos' defenders, Necron forces have begun to breach the walls of Bastion Primus. Aided by canoptic constructs, the Technomancer seeks to activate a series of miniaturized portals through which they may summon phalanxes of warriors and swarms of canoptic scarabs to overwhelm what remains of the Imperial defenders. The Adeptus Mechanicus seek to activate portal disruptors to foil the plans of the Xenos foes. Necrons, Technomancer, protect the portals. The ingenuity of the Technomancer knows no bounds. These Necron engineers have assembled a network of portals throughout the Imperial fortifications, through which the phalanxes stride into the fight. These portals must be defended long enough for the overwhelming numbers to join the fight. Adeptus Mechanicus, Tech Priest Dominus, activate the disruptors. The Tech Priests of Mars match the ingenuity of the Necrons with arcane technology of their own, By placing portal disruptors in key locations throughout Bastion Primus, they may be able to hamper the Necrons' interdimensional technology and prevent a crushing Necron victory. So we have, as I said, there's 2 objectives, one in the ruins, one under the reactor. The Mechanicum needs to control both of these before the end of the 5th round. To claim victory, otherwise the Necrons have managed to cause a new bit of hampering to the Imperial foes. As the Necrons finish deploying first, they'll get first turn. So let's begin turn 1. Okay, end of turn 1. The Necron warriors and immortals moved up to stand menacingly over those objectives. The Technomancer is hiding back in support, and the Tombblade went up to take sniping positions. He did manage to do 1 wound to the Breacher, but the Dominus healed that in the movement phase on their turn. The Skitarii opened up with a 2+ ballistic skill and wiped out half the Necrons. And for about the first time in a while, I didn't make any get back up rolls. So, yay, Skitarii. But we still have quite a lot to play for, so let's move on to turn 2. Okay, bottom of turn 2. The Adeptus Mechanicus have made an advancement into the enemy territory. The Skitarii are now going to be suffering on their next turn, as they are going to be a -1 additionally to their armor save because of the Doctrina they chose. But I wanted the extra bit of movement. I probably could have held them back, just move 6. But I think either way, I wanted to get them pretty close in order to get onto their objectives within the next 2 turns. The Breachers moved up with Dominus, blasted the Biker. The Immortals shrugged off all the grav shots. But we still need to eliminate a lot of targets in order to gain victory. I made 3 get back up rolls for my warriors, so 3 out of the 4 that died next turn managed to jump back up again, and I healed 2 out of the possible 3 wounds for my crit deck. So let's make it count, hopefully, for turn 3. Okay, bottom of turn 3 then. And the poor Skitarii have been wiped from the board. They did survive getting shot. Their combat attrition tests and morale tests caused the remaining 2 models to eventually flee the board. The Dominus and Breacher has engaged the Immortals, and if they can defeat those last 3, then there's a good chance the Mechanicum could try and hope for claw a victory. Over here, though, we've got the last of the Tech Marines, the Tech Marines Engine Seer over there, struggling to fight back those 6 Necrons. So, turn 4, and this, I think, could just be the clincher. Here we go. Bottom of turn 4, we have 1 Immortal still there. I mean, we do have more models, so the Mechanicum do control that objective. And the Engine Seer is holding his own over there against the Warriors, although he's going to have an additional D3 to face next turn. I think we can call it a Mechanicum victory, but I will play out just in case that Immortal somehow manages to get lucky. We all know he won't. But here we go with turn 5. And at turn 5, Mechanicum have managed to hold and control objective 2, and that lucky little Engine Seer has managed to survive. So I've not lost any of the models, so I don't have to roll on their tables for their redemptions, so that's good. But we have had a Mechanicum victory, so that makes them... Where's the thing? So they are the attacker on the next mission. So the Imperium is the attacker and the Necrons are the defenders for the final battle on the Siphos Saga. Speaking of the Siphos Saga, what is in our next Imperiums? Well, issue 40 gets our final Cataphon Destroyer. We learn about the Fall Acadia, the Salamander's chapter, and we have our biggest mission yet with our final battle on Siphos. And issue 41 we get the Chronomancer, so a new Cryptek model for our Necron collection. This guy dabbles in manipulating time. We also learn about the Death Guard, and we start our first battle on a new war zone. So, some good stuff to come. But that's it for issue 39 and episode 39 of the Imperium Saga. Imperium Journey, not Saga. I'm getting confused. I'm not confused, am I? Maybe. But anyway, I would like to thank you all for watching. If you don't already, please subscribe. It will help the channel grow. A like on the video will also help get the channel easily noticed. Feel free to drop a few comments in the description below. How am I doing? What would you like to see next? But all in all, I will see you next time for more mad content. Also, don't forget, there are my affiliate links and my social medias in the description down below. So, I'll see you next time then. Goodbye.